Concept 2, writing linear equations in slope-intercept form. Okay, so once again, slope-intercept form, y equals the slope times x plus the y-intercept. Right? If we're given the slope and the y-intercept, it's easy to plug them in for the variables. Okay? If we're given a graph, you need to be able to recognize where your y-intercept is, and then from there find the slope. Okay? So for this one, I can recognize that my y-intercept is right here. It crosses at 1. So my y-intercept is going to be a positive 1. All right? And then I just need to count the slope. Okay? So I'm going to come up. So travel along the line, look for your next point where it exactly crosses an intersection. So it's in the middle there, crosses right here. Looks like it lines up perfectly right there. So I'm going to look at this one and I'm going to say, okay, the rise is 3 over 1. So my slope is going to be 3 over 1, or y equals 3x plus 1. Okay, and that's for that equation, since I'm using different colors here. All right, if I look at this one, well, my line crosses right here. And then the next place where it hits a intersection exactly, this one looks a little off, this one's a little off. Looks like this one right here is exactly on that intersection. Okay, so I have my y equals something times x, and then my y-intercept is going to be a negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be x minus 5. And my slope is going to be, have a rise of negative 2. Right? So negative 2 over a run of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 2 over 5. Okay? And if we had maybe missed this point, if we'd gone all the way over to here, okay, we would have gotten a rise, or a rise of negative 4 and a run of 10. So if you're not sure about exactly which points you're getting, just make sure that the fraction, whatever slope you come up with, can't be simplified. All right. Same thing as if we went this way. Okay, if we came this way, we would have come up with a positive 2 over a negative 5, and either way, that's going to be the same slope. Okay, negative 2 over 5, 2 over negative 5 is the same thing. All right. Now the third situation is if we're given just values. So we're not looking at graphs anymore, we're just given values. We are told what the slope is and what some point on the line is. Okay, and this is a pretty common question. If we want to get from this information a slope-intercept form, what we're going to need is that y-intercept. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to fill in the information to our y equals mx plus b form, and we're going to solve for what we don't know. And you can do this with any of the values. All right. So in this case, I have my y is negative 4. And that's equal to my slope of 3 times, and I'm just going to put it in parentheses, a negative 2. And that's going to be plus b, because I don't know it. Right? That's what I don't know. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. So negative 4 equals negative 6 plus b. Add 6 to both sides, because my goal is to get my y-intercept, my b, by itself. Add 6 to both sides. Negative 4 plus 6 is 2 equals b. And then I go back and I pretty much drop this point. right? I go back and I say, okay, y, any y is going to be equal to 3x plus 2. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, so here's another one. Fill in what you know for your formula, for your form. Right, so we have 0 is equal to the slope, -1/2, times x, which is 2. Put these in parentheses again, plus b. 2 times -1/2. 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is going to be a -2/2, or a -1. So I'm going to have 0 equals -1 plus b. Add 1 to both sides. These cancel, and I end up with b is equal to 1. Rewrite it. Y equals my slope, -1/2 times x plus 1. And that is how you find your form from a slope and a point.